Do you love personal growth and clever t-shirts? If so, this series is for you. Come on an adventure with me. Hey storytellers, welcome to the very first episode of my new series, Wear Your Story. My name's Brandon Hecker, and I turn podcasts into wearable art that tells a story. On the first episode, I wanted to dive into a topic that means a lot to me, I've learned from mentors along the way, and that is inspiring a team to greatness through collaboration and trust. The inspiration for today's series comes from the How to Be Awesome at Your Job podcast, hosted by Pete Mockaitis. Now, this isn't a sponsored video. I've listened personally to Pete's podcast for over 10 years now, and I'm excited to share an episode with you today. In episode 859, titled How to Be a Leader Instead of a Boss, Todd Dewett imparts valuable insights on effective leadership. He draws from his latest book, Dancing with Monsters, a story of leadership, success, and conquering fears. When listening to the episode, a key theme that struck a chord with me is people don't leave jobs, they leave bad bosses. When I was growing up, my dad often used a phrase, when I say jump, you say how high. It was a command and control style of authority. Now, as a dad myself, I encourage my son to speak openly of his feelings so we can collaborate and figure out key issues together. I'm not saying boundaries aren't important, but controlling people into submission isn't the answer. This lesson also applies in the world of project management. One of the very first things I learned in my PMI ACP or Agile certification was actually to celebrate the diversity of others. Because when diverse teams get together and collaborate, some truly amazing things can happen. But in toxic environments where bad bosses still believe this, when I say jump, you say how high, command and control style of authority, projects often aren't as successful, and oftentimes the team members will feel stifled and eventually leave. Now, to finish this up, I'd like to use a metaphor, and it's probably one that you've heard before, and it's that a good leader doesn't hand an axe to a new employee on their first day and send them out to chop trees all day in the hot sun because I told you to. Instead, a great leader gets the team excited about sailing the seas together on a ship. But in order to build the ship, the team has to work together, collaborate, and chop down the trees needed to get the lumber to build the ship. Now, given the freedom of collaboration, the team may come up with a more effective process to chop down the trees, or could build an entirely new or come up with a new idea for a ship altogether. But the end goal is to sail the seas together, not chop down trees all day. Now, before we start designing anything, let's dive into the data and see what it says. Here I'm using eRank to do keyword research and try to spot some trends. I see Goblincore is trending, and this seems quite interesting. The most popular tag here is Goblincore shirt. I think I might be onto something that I want to explore. Here I'm using ChatGPT to give me an overview of what Goblincore is. If you haven't used ChatGPT before, it's a really cool tool by OpenAI. I suggest you go check it out. I'm asking it, what are 5 hashtags to go along with it so I can explore other related concepts that I should think about in my design. I'm on Etsy and I'm absolutely loving the designs here. The almost fairy tale nature of Goblincore, and I see some Cottagecore in here. I'm here for it. The mushrooms, I can't wait to do something with mushrooms. I want to incorporate that into my design. I'm taking a look at this shirt, I really like the way it looks. I'm looking for keywords, things that I could incorporate, but overall, I think I'm sold. Let's get to work. Taking inspiration from the shipbuilding metaphor and the concept of jumping ship, I want to create a shirt that emphasizes the importance of leadership and the impact a bad boss can have on employee retention. I love the almost window-looking frame of the last shirt, and I want to incorporate that into our design. Since I live in Florida and close to the beach, I'm thinking an underwater theme, but I'm really not sure how to incorporate the mushrooms just yet. Because I'm a big old nerd, guys, I'm over here in the OpenAI site using their tool DALL-E. How freaking cute is this shark? It took me a lot longer than I'd like to admit to finally get the right shark that I felt represented the cuteness and the fairy tale aspect that I was looking for. But in the end, friggin' worth it, and I'm excited about how it turned out. While I incorporate this adorable shark into our design, let's take a moment to talk about something really important to me, and that's mental health. In each of these videos, I want to raise awareness of mental health and share a tip in the hopes that we can normalize talking about this as a key issue because it affects us all. So today's mental health tip is all about practicing self-awareness. Whether we realize it or not, our behavior and words can have a significant impact on the people that are around us, and that's especially true in a work environment. So it's important for us to make a conscious effort to create an environment that fosters positivity and supportiveness for everyone. Hey guys, so I really love the way that the shirt turned out. The adorableness of the shark, it challenges the conventional thinking of what a bad manager looks like. I love the saying that people don't quit jobs, they swim away from sharks. It really represents a lot of the key takeaways of today. And I'm excited about this shirt, and I'm excited to put it out there for you guys to even enjoy as well. Thank you for coming on this adventure with me. If you like the content, your support would mean the world to me. Just simply a like, a comment, or even a reshare would go a long way, and I'd really appreciate it. If you're keen on getting your very own shirt from today's episode, it'll be available in my Etsy shop, Data Story Adventures. Or I'll put a QR code somewhere up in here, and you can use your phone to get to the shop. As a freebie and a way of saying thank you, I'm going to make the art from today's episode available for free download right around here. It should be a QR code, or you can check out the link below in the description. If you're feeling generous, though, and you want to buy a shirt or the digital art from my Etsy shop, I want to support a great cause too. I'm going to donate a portion of each of the sales to the National Alliance on Mental Illness. I want to help fund awareness programs, education, and even advocacy programs around mental health and mental illness. My promise to you, and the challenge that I put to myself, was to try to do at least 5 of these episodes. Now, I've only done 1 and I've learned a ton, but I still have 4 to go, so I could use your help. Comment down below and give me recommendations on the next podcast that I should turn into wearable art that tells your story. Until next time, let's continue to inspire greatness in each other and wear our stories proudly. Thank you again for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace.